Do you need a cost-effective way to keep track of your pride and joy? Stay tuned, I may have just the answer for you. Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, motorcycle trackers, they come in all sorts of flavours, from super expensive, fully functioned GPS clever devices to cheapo ones that you just kind of connect to the battery on your bike and forget. And I've tried all of them. Now, all these different types of trackers, of course, come with pros and cons, but now there's a new kid on the block that I think might be the answer if you just want something simple, cost-effective and easy to install with no hassle. It's called the Monimoto 9, and in this video, I'm going to show you it. Now, the thing I like about Monimoto trackers is that they are standalone. There's nothing to connect up on your bike, so it doesn't drain your battery when you've left the bike alone. There are no telltale leads going into your battery that indicates to a thief that maybe you've got a tracker installed. And the beautiful thing about it is, being a standalone unit, is you can move it around from bike to bike, or even stick it on your trailer, on your caravan, or whatever else you want to track. So, without further ado, let's have a look at the Monimoto 9, set it up and see how it works. Right, so let's take a look then at the new device, shall we, and see what you get in the box. I think this is called an unboxing. All right, so this is what you get in the box. A little bit of card saying this is what you get in the box. If I can get that out. Some instructions, and then you've got the Monimoto device itself. I'll get that out. There we go. Is absolutely tiny. There's, I mean, it's way smaller than previous Monimotos. That's one of the new features of it. It's well, you can see against my hand, look, it's tiny, so very easy to hide on whatever it is you want to track. It's got a little socket at the bottom there, which is what you charge the battery up with, and the battery on this is incredible. It's inbuilt, so you don't have to replace them, but you just charge them up and it lasts up to 12 months, which is incredible. And also it'll give you a call and let you know if the battery's running down, so you don't have to worry about, you know, how much power I've got left in it as well. Also in the box comes a little cable tie type thing, so it's got a little loop thing just here. You can put that through so you can strap it onto your bike. And then here, this is the little key fob, which I'll talk more about in a minute. So this thing here, it actually comes with, it's got built in what's called now an eSIM card. That works internationally, another improvement, so it works anywhere in the world. And it comes with 2 months free subscription to the effectively eSIM card. Then after 2 months, it's £36 a year. So that's the ongoing cost of protecting your bike, just £36 a year. Right, so the first thing you have to do, of course, is charge up the Monimoto itself, which I've done using that USB-C port at the bottom. Just takes a couple of hours, so I've already done that in true Blue Peter style. Then what you have to do is activate your fob. So basically there's a little battery in here, which lasts, I think, up to 2 years. That's a lithium one. You just open this up, and this just proves that I haven't used this yet. Whoops, he says dropping it. Split that apart carefully. Using a screwdriver very carefully, there we go. And in there we go, there's the battery and a little bit of, you know, just a connecting doodah to stop it making contact. So you take that out, put that back on again. All little lights come on, can you see that? Little light on there, don't know if you can see that. Shows it's active. Squirt that back in there. Right, and then keep that somewhere safe with your house keys or something, but don't keep it on your bike fob, and we'll talk about why that is in a second. So that's the little key fob thing, an integral part of the system. And then the next thing you have to do is download an app for your phone, which you can do from the App Store or whatever the Android equivalent is. Now, I haven't done that yet either. Let me get my phone, I'll just download that as well. Right, simple app downloaded and fired up for first use. So now I have to follow the instructions on here to set it up. So I won't talk you through that, but I'm sure it's fairly simple. I'll do it now and I'll let you know whether it's hard or not. First off, it's asking me to input my phone number, so I'll do that now. Right, they've now sent me a 5-digit code. There it is, it's turned up, so I'll type that in. Hit next. Now it wants my email, and then they'll send me something to validate it to that. So let me just type in my email address now. Right, it says we've sent you a verification link. Click on it, and we'll go from there. So I'll just go into my email and check that. And yeah, I've got the verification code already, came in instantaneously. Follow this link to confirm your account. Excellent. Right, now I have to select the device I've got, which is the Monimoto 9. Right, plug in your USB charging cable into the port. Typically, didn't bring my USB-C cable out into the garage. I'll go and plug that in now. Bear with me. Right, actually, false alarm. That was just to charge it, which I've already done, so that's fine. Now it says set up the key fob. This is apparently called a key fob 4. So I'll go into that. I've done that. Oh, that's just about enabling the battery, which I've done already, so that's fine. Hold near. Place Monimoto 9 and key fob very close to each other. Right. There we go, they're very close to each other. Next, Bluetooth pairing. In order for us to find your Monimoto, we're going to do a Bluetooth scan. Make sure your device is nearby. Okay, doing that. Look, it says Bluetooth pairing. Don't know if you can see that. Next, name your device. This is especially useful if you have more than one device, so I'll just call it Andy's Monimoto. In fact, let's call it Andy's Monimoto 9. There we go. Nope, I've got 14 characters. Andy's Monimoto it is. Right, next. Set Monimoto profile. Oh, you can set it to motorcycle, car or other. So motorcycle. It says checking battery level. If you can see that. Configuring keys. Oh, there's a spider coming down. Look at that. Can you see that? That's amazing. Ooh. This is the perils of working in a garage. I'm not keen on spiders. Can you see that? Can you see that? I probably can't. Anyway, he can go over there. Yeah. Right, checking GSM network. It says this could take up to 5 minutes, so I'll speak to you in a moment. Right, it's finished doing its little check. I don't know if you can see that. It says device is good to go. How exciting. I don't normally do things where they work first time. This is brilliant. Right, finished setup. Armed. Brilliant. And that's saying to allow it to send me notifications. That's so it can phone me and let me know when the bike's been moved. So allow on that. And I'm good. So I'm very impressed with how easy that was to set up. It was no bother at all. As you saw, that was me kind of doing it as live. It's the first time I've ever set it up, and it was very straightforward. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So, and then there are a few more settings you can go in and change. So you can change the key fob sensitivity. You can change various parameters, which I've done as well, and set it up exactly how I want. I'll put a picture of my bike in. I'll put the registration number and all that sort of thing in there as well. So it's all recorded on the app. So very easy to set up like that. Okay, next thing to do is to test it. So I mentioned the key fob earlier and the way this works. Basically, when this is on your bike, it sits there asleep. It checks in once a day and just lets you know that it's still active, I think. But normally, if the bike's not moving and that's sat on the bike and the key fob is nowhere near, nothing happens. If your bike has moved and the key fob is nowhere near, this comes to life and it phones your phone to let you know that your bike's being tampered with. And over a bit of time, it gets GPS signals and so on. It'll send you a map of exactly where the bike is. If your bike is moved when the fob is nearby, it knows that everything is legit and this doesn't come alive. It knows that it doesn't have to send you alerts to say where you are, so it just stays asleep. So basically, don't keep this on the same key ring as your motorcycle key, which might be tempting, because if your bike gets pinched with the key, then they're going to have the fob, so you don't want that. So I keep this on my house keys, which I always take out with me when I'm on the bike, but it's a separate key fob to the one that I have the bike key on, if that makes sense. All right, let's do a test. Anyway, I'm going to secrete this about the bike, then I'm going to move the bike, and we'll see if we get a phone call when the fob's out of the way. So let's do that now. Right, I have cunningly secreted the Monimoto device about my bike. I'm not going to show you where it is for obvious reasons. There are obvious places you can put it, but try and be a bit more creative than that and put it somewhere that a potential thief wouldn't find it or look for it. And now I've done that, I'm going to make the key fob scarce so that effectively the bike becomes armed, and then we'll do a test. All right, walk this way with the key fob, so it's way out the way of the bike. Right, the key fob is away. Let's now move the bike and see if we get some sort of alert. Ooh. Ooh.
Your Monimoto application and your motorcycle or another protected asset.
I don't know if you heard that, but basically that was the Monimoto calling me to say that it moved, so the thing absolutely works perfectly. That's fantastic. So that was very impressive. That phone call came in literally within 10-15 seconds of we moving the bike, so pretty rapid. It then does a bit of triangulation and tries to work out your GPS position. I've already got some more alerts on my phone. Let me show you that. There we go. I don't know if you can read that on the camera there, but I've got the first one where it was moved 4 minutes ago, look. And then it says Monimoto is moving, next update in approximately 5 minutes with a GPS location. And then it's given me a GPS location. It was way less than 5 minutes as well. If I hit on that, I can see a map. So let me try that now. And here we are. Here's the map that you get showing you exactly whereabouts your bike is located, complete with a little picture that I uploaded earlier. That's absolutely fantastic. And I have zoomed this out for obvious reasons, but it gives you an idea of the sort of map that you get. And I can say when you zoom in, it's extremely accurate. So there we have it, the new Monimoto 9 tracker. I have to say, it was very pleasing to use, very easy to set up, as you saw. That was the first time that I'd ever done it. I have used Monimotos before, as you may have seen on the channel, but I have to say the improvement's hugely worthwhile. Much smaller underneath a key fob, much smaller device, easier to hide. The interface and the setup is much easier than it was before. I think it's a great little system, so if you're interested in something like that, I do recommend it to you. Now, you're going to be interested in the price. I've written these details down. At the moment, time of recording, it's available for £129, but if you use the code TMF10, and this is only for a limited period only, in fact, to be honest, it's until the end of May. So if you're watching this after May, too late, but I'll put a link below to the Monimoto anyway. But if you click the link below and you put in TMF10 when you order, you can get 10% off the 129 is anyway. And as I say, that £129 is a one-off purchase, and then it's just after the first 2 months have gone, £36 a year to update that eSIM. So it's very little money to keep your pride and joy protected, isn't it, anyway? So I hope you found that of interest. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Missed & Fly. Cheerio.
Hey kids, we're the Missing the Flyers.